Hello. It's been a long time since we've done this, but we're back. We're bigger, we're better, and we're ready to go. Welcome to Series 2 of the SULS Podcast. This is the first episode, of course, just myself today, and what we're going to be doing is we're going to be previewing what's to come for Series 2 of the podcast, and I'm also going to be talking about our upcoming summer school, which commences a week today on Monday the 16th of August. And as always, if you haven't followed, subscribed, anything like that on your platform of choice to listen to this podcast, please do so. It greatly helps us progress this podcast forward and take it where we want it to go. So as always, please follow, please subscribe, all that good stuff. Check out our socials. Everything is in the description of this podcast below. And let's get into episode 1 of the new series.
Welcome to the Stirling University Law Society podcast, proudly sponsored by Ashurst Advance, creating client value through advanced thinking. Now, over to your host and Vice President, Jedd France.
So, first of all, I hope you enjoyed our new intro. We got in some big guns, not gonna lie. We sought the help of a professional voiceover artist on Fiverr to help us produce a new podcast intro. You know, for Series 1 we just had myself, which was great. People liked it. You know, it was great for Series 1. You know, it was good for a start, but like I mentioned in the intro, for Series 2 we want to take it up a notch. We want to kind of increase the production quality and just ultimately make the podcast sound better and become more professional as we embark on this new series of the podcast. So we paid an artist to make a new intro for us. I hope you enjoyed it. I hope you liked it. I certainly like it. I definitely think it is a big upgrade, and it kind of helps kind of shape the format of how the podcasts run from start to finish a lot better, and kind of fits the vision that we see for the podcast moving forward into Series 2. So like I mentioned in the intro, what we're going to be doing is we're going to be previewing what's to come for Series 2 of the podcast, and later on we're going to be discussing our upcoming summer school, which commences next week, which I personally am greatly looking forward to. So kicking it off, Series 2 of the podcast, like I mentioned, bigger, better, stronger than ever. We're looking really, really good. We've got some amazing guests in the diary already, something which the society and the committee as a whole have been pushing hard with over the summer is planning ahead and really getting things in the diary as soon as possible. It is to let us know exactly what's to come, and it is to help us not have as much to do during semester time, because obviously we are law students at the end of the day. We do society stuff, but ultimately we're the same as you all. We all have commitments in terms of essays and seminar work every week and things like that, so, and exams of course. So it's really to help us kind of take a bit of pressure off ourselves during the semester, and really at that point, if we've already planned ahead, it's really just about executing and executing those events and turning up and doing podcasts with guests we already know that we're going to have and things like that. So a lot of guests are already booked in the diary. Very exciting lineup. I'm really looking forward to speaking to a wide variety of different professionals and people in the legal industry. It's something which we did for Series 1. We tried to speak to people from kind of all different areas and all different corners of the legal industry, and and be as diverse as possible. And really what I want to do is cater to everyone's interests. I feel like when you're studying the LLB, everyone just kind of thinks, becoming a solicitor and going down that route. But for me, it's not just about that. It's about what other interests do we have? What other jobs can we go into? Because ultimately, it's not just about going down the traditional route of qualifying as a solicitor. There's a wide variety of different jobs you can find your way into in the legal industry. So it's about just trying to make sure we have as many guests as possible which offer value regardless of what your career interests are, and ultimately what you think you want to go into once you graduate university. So yeah, a wide variety of different people to come. I'm really looking forward to it, and obviously we'll introduce them to you as the podcast episodes begin to roll out. And I suppose a big announcement for the podcast in Series 2 is we're actually going to be uploading every week. Series 1 was bi-weekly. It was once every 2 Mondays, so it was really kind of twice a month if you look at it that way. For Series 2, we want to go harder. We want to, really bump it up a notch, and for me, it was my decision that I wanted to upload weekly. If I'm being honest, it's because we don't know if there'll be a Series 3. Obviously, I'll be moving into 4th year at that point, and I'm not sure if I can keep up the commitment of recording podcasts at least twice a month. You know, it's not just about recording the podcast, it's about contacting the speaker and the guest and doing the research and then conducting it and then editing the podcast episode after the interview is taking place. And it's a lot of work, and for me, moving into 4th year, it's not something I'm sure if I can do it, but just being as transparent as possible. So I said to Claire, our president, that for Series 2, I want to go as hard as possible. I want it to be as good as it can be, just in case. I'm not confirming there won't be a Series 3. Who knows what's going to happen, but it's just in case, you know, worst case scenario, there isn't a Series 3. I wanted to make sure that Series 2 is as good as it possibly can be. So every week, there will be a podcast episode on a Monday, 9 a.m, the same day, same time. It's just going to be, you know, once every week as opposed to once every 2 weeks, which is something I'm really looking forward to. A bit daunting, not going to lie. You know, it's a big commitment. But like I say, planning ahead, knowing which guests I have coming on, you know, 1 week, 2 weeks, 3 weeks in advance, so that I can plan ahead, do my research, get myself familiar with their career trajectory, who they are, what they've done, what they specialise in, things like that. So when it comes to recording the episode, it's just a matter of exactly doing that. It's not about, you know, having to contact the speaker, research them, do the interview, all in the space of a few days. And it's going to be very beneficial for me moving forward that that's the way we've kind of looked to do it. And I'm thoroughly looking forward to it. It's going to be amazing. So I hope you're all excited. Series 1 went a lot better than I could have possibly anticipated. I'm quite, you know, an ambitious person anyway, so I didn't think it was ever going to flop or we weren't going to get much interest. I always, you know, aimed high. I thought we can really make this something special. But even in my wildest thoughts, I didn't think it would be as successful as it was, you know, for the first few months, because ultimately I think we launched in October or maybe the beginning of November for the podcast. I think we had about 14 or 15 episodes for Series 1, which was great. But, you know, in those 3 months to reach, I think it was like 35 countries or something like that, you know, across 6 continents. It's absolutely mind-blowing numbers. So thank you all so much for your support, and I hope, like I said before, you're all looking forward to Series 2, which I really, really hope will be even better than Series 1. I think doing it weekly will be obviously a big benefit because we'll get double the uploads, which hopefully will be of interest, and there'll always be something in your library of choice to listen to on a Monday morning. So yeah, get excited like I mentioned in the intro. If you haven't followed, if you haven't subscribed, if you're following on YouTube or Spotify, Apple Podcasts, wherever you listen to us, please just make sure you hit that follow or subscribe button, because ultimately that means you will not miss an upload and you'll always get them directly in your inbox. So yeah, make sure you're following, and I hope, like I mentioned, that you are excited for Series 2. I know I am, and I think it's going to be very, very special. So moving on to our summer school, this is our big event of the summer. If you follow us on social media, you'll have seen that we've mentioned before that we've been planning ahead, and not even just ahead for the semester to come, but over the summer we've had a good few events to keep ourselves active throughout the summer, to keep people, you know, in connection with us and make sure we do not lose any connection with our members and people who turn up to our events. So we've had alternative legal careers workshops, we've had an event with Brody's and Ashurst as well, all about employability and different roles that you can get into at those firms. We've also had a dissertation workshop. We have our honours module workshop taking place tonight. So for any incoming third year or fourth years, definitely get your tickets for that. If there's one event for third and fourth years, which I say definitely turn up to, it's definitely the one tonight, because ultimately you're going to be hearing from people who have completed each individual optional module for your honours years. You know, whether it be M&A, mergers and acquisitions, or whether it be private international law, child law, things like that. We have people who have completed those modules speaking to you and giving you the juicy gossip, because ultimately we thought, should we get a lecturer to speak about it? But then we thought, would they tell you, or could we guarantee that they will tell you the downsides and what maybe the negatives of those modules are? Probably not. So we thought, get a student in, maybe a graduate or someone who did it last year, to speak about it. They will give you the God's honest truth, and that's what we've done. So I'm really looking forward to it as someone who's going into their third year and needs to start thinking about what modules they want to take. is definitely something that I'm looking forward to. So if you haven't got your tickets yet, head over to our social media pages. You'll find the link over there, or go onto our website, whichever way you want to do it, and make sure you get your tickets, because like I say, it's going to be absolutely amazing and I'm thoroughly looking forward to it. So yeah, moving into summer school, like I say, it's our big event of the summer. It takes place a week today, Monday the 16th of August. It's going to run for 2 weeks, so it'll be Monday the 16th and week beginning the 23rd as well. And really we're aiming at the incoming freshers group, anyone who's coming in from high school or however they're finding their way onto either the BA or the LLB in law at Stirling. That is our target demographic. Ultimately what we want to do is make them feel welcome and trying to give them a head start prior to them actually commencing their studies and hopefully being on campus the way things are going. Hopefully, we'll be back on campus in a few weeks, which will be absolutely amazing. We want to give them a head start. We want to provide a wide variety of different workshops to help them really, like, on that first day of their studies, to help them hit the ground running. They've already felt like they've got an introduction as to what it's about, a wide variety of different aspects of studying a law degree, whether it be BA or LLB. There's definitely workshops for everyone. So in terms of the workshops that we'll be running, there's a wide variety of different ones. You can find the full schedule on any of our social media pages. Head over to our Facebook, Instagram, whichever one you like. There's a full schedule there, but just to provide an insight into a few of them, we're going to be having a commercial awareness workshop, which I will be taking, and really just providing an oversight as to what commercial awareness is, why it's important, and how it's kind of became a lot more important year on year in the past few years, and it's something that employers really look for. We also have an Escola, an essay writing class as well, which I know would definitely have been very helpful for me prior to me studying my first year on the LLB, finding out what the Escola referencing format is, because when I was at college doing the HND, we used the Harvard referencing format, and of course that's different to Escola, and it would have definitely helped me to find out exactly what the basics of that are, how to use the footnotes, when to use the footnotes, things like that. So that'll definitely be very, very helpful for any incoming first years. But also, I'm going to be going to that as well. As someone who's going into third year and has been writing essays using the Escola format for 2 years, I still want to know, am I doing it right? Is there ways that I can make it, my referencing format, better? And like I say as well, it's going to be an essay writing workshop as well. It's not just about Escola. How do you format your essays? How should you structure it? What do lecturers look for in a legal essay? Things like that. So that will be massive. We also have an introduction to legal concepts class. We also have a mooting introduction and debating skills class. A wide variety of different workshops. So for any first years that are coming, get along. It's going to be absolutely amazing. I'm really looking forward to it. You might have seen on our socials a few weeks ago that we put out the promo material for the summer school. And yeah, it's going to be really, really good, if I do say so myself. And like I say, as someone who's a third year, I'm looking forward to attending a few of these workshops myself and making sure that I'm doing things the way that I'm supposed to do. Because obviously we'll have had similar workshops in our first year from the university, but as you progress, you kind of find yourself going into your own habits and your own format, and you don't really think of different ways to improve. So yeah, it'll be interesting to hear if I'm doing things wrong, which I'm always open to. But as also in terms of, we also have our workshops and stuff, but we're going to have 2 events with our lovely sponsors over at Ashurst Advance. We're going to have an event centered around the impact of COVID, which I think is a very interesting topic, and it's really going to be centered around how this affected the business and how they dealt with the lockdown and home working and all the stuff that came with the whole COVID pandemic. Obviously, we didn't see it coming, of course. How could you see it coming? And yeah, it'd be interesting to hear how a firm of that size adapted quickly to home working and having to get all the tech out to all of their employees, and how did they keep the firm running, and how did they keep that client relationship going through lockdown. It'll be interesting to hear all that stuff, so I'm thoroughly looking forward to that. And like I mentioned, we also have another one with Ashurst Advance as well, which will be more centered around the different roles available within Ashurst Advance as a division of Ashurst LLP. So this will be roles that you'll have heard of if you've went to any sort of Ashurst Advance workshops before, legal analyst, legal technologist, legal project management, things like that, and for me, Ashurst is really a top tier firm when it comes to alternative legal careers. So I think it's definitely something to look forward to if you're open to opportunities out with the traditional route to qualification as a solicitor. I know for myself personally, I definitely am. As it stands right now, I do not think I'm going to be going on to do a diploma. So in a couple of years when I graduate from the LLB, I'll be looking at alternative legal careers. And for myself, obviously being vice president and academic coordinator last year and helping get this sponsorship with Ashurst, I want to be looking at these roles. I want to be finding out what is going on. Are these the kind of things that appeal to me? And just really researching for the future, because ultimately, even if you do think you want to go on to do a diploma and become a solicitor, that's great, but there's not much to say that might not change. You might study a module in your honours year that changes your mind, think, I really like that, that's something that I want to do moving forward. You might attend one of our workshops, you might attend another workshop from another organisation that changes your mind. We really do not know. Things can change very quickly. As someone who's changed their mind continuously through the first 2 years of my LLB degree, I'm definitely keeping an open mind in terms of what I want to do as a career moving forward. And it probably will change, knowing myself, it probably will change. I'm very much open to that, so I'm just trying to do as much research as possible, attend as many of these workshops and events as possible to find out as much information and really try and give myself as much information as possible to make an informed decision as to what I want to do as a career. So another very beneficial event that we're collaborating with our sponsors, Ashurst Advance, on. Thoroughly looking forward to that. Definitely be interesting, so definitely get along to that. And that's really the summer school. It's just all about providing value for your membership fee. And like I say, it's definitely aimed at incoming freshers, because we want to have a strong connection with the incoming freshers, because ultimately they will be the future of our society. So we want to get in there early, so establish that relationship with as many of them as possible, and really provide value for them and help them kickstart their LLB or BA in law, whichever degree it is, in the best way possible. And I'm thoroughly looking forward to it. I know the full committee on the society are really looking forward to it, and hopefully as someone who's in the society, you'll look forward to it as well. So yeah, really looking forward to it. Like I say, it commences next week. If you don't have tickets yet, definitely head over to our website or our socials. You'll find all the information that you need there, and yeah, it's going to be amazing, and it'll be great to get involved and see everyone again. So thoroughly looking forward to that. And yeah, that's really it for episode 1 of series 2. I didn't want to keep you too long. I'm not too sure how long we've been going for right now. Hopefully it's not too long for the first episode. But yeah, I hope you've enjoyed the new intro. I hope you like the rebrand. A massive, massive thank you and shout out to our marketing officer, Aidan Blackie, for the hard work he's put in. Not just rebranding the podcast, but he's also rebranded the full society, producing a new logo, which I think looks absolutely amazing. Also rebranded all of our graphics for the socials and our different events and stuff. So massive shout out to Aidan. The society's definitely in a much better place since having him on board as marketing officer, and as someone who runs the podcast and working with him closely, the new graphics are absolutely amazing, and definitely someone that we're grateful to have on the committee. So thank you, Aidan, if you're listening, for all of that. It's definitely appreciated. And yeah, just hope you like everything, the new graphics, the new intro. I love it. So yeah, get excited for series 2, guys. It's going to be massive. I hope you really are looking forward to it. Make sure you're following us and just keeping up to date with all of the episodes to come. The weekly schedule will not commence until Monday the 23rd of August. So not next week, but the week after. Just to allow us to really focus on the first week of the summer school and make that as good as it can be, and really give all of our energy to that. And I don't want to be busy with other things and kind of taken away from the incoming freshers, because we definitely want to make an event which is special for them and really, really help them feel at home on their degree and really help them kickstart their university life in the best way possible. So no episode next week, guys. I do apologise, but as of the 23rd, we will go weekly, once a week, every Monday 9 AM. You'll have it in your inbox, and it's something that we're really looking forward to. So get excited, get hyped, and hope to see as many of you as possible at the summer school. Of course, I'm not expecting everyone to attend every single workshop, but whether it be the Ashurst ones or the Escola and Essay Writing Masterclass, whatever it may be, hope to see as many friendly faces as possible. And no doubt I will speak to you again very soon. Thank you for listening, and roll the new outro.
Thank you for listening to the Stirling University Law Society podcast. Be sure to check out our website and social media pages through the links below.